So guys, here we are starting week 9. Last week was week 8, and we discussed during week 8 mitosis and the stages of mitosis. We also discussed, that was the week before where we discussed the stages of mitosis. And then as a review, we made the Venn diagram comparing asexual and sexual reproduction. Mitosis is more of an asexual reproduction, where we had those double ed puzzles and a quiz on mitosis, where you had to answer using your flip grid. This week, we're going to talk about a different process, and the process is called meiosis. So, as an intro, if you go on to week 9 tab, which includes 5.8 to 5.22, you'll see these body cells, nerve cells, and muscle cells, and bone cells, and blood cells, and gland cells, and all of those ones that are circled in the yellow, those undergo the process of mitosis, which we've been talking about in week 7. We talked about in week 8. And now we're talking about again in week 9. So we can conclude that mitosis is a pretty important process. Meiosis over here is what we're going to be learning about now. Now these cells that undergo meiosis are the sperm and the ovum. Now ovum can also be called the egg. And that is what you're going to be looking at this week, are those two types of cells. So you have a couple of assignments. Your first assignment is to complete the notes. The notes go with the slideshow that is underneath it. So the Meiosis 2020 notes goes with the Meiosis 2020 notes. Your second assignment is an ed puzzle that looks at the stages of meiosis. This is a little study guide that I created for you to tell you the differences, which I believe we're going to talk more about the differences next week on week 10. But we're also touching upon it now. So you had your notes assignment, that's your first one, your ed puzzle. That's your second one. Your third one is meiosis characteristics. That's a Google form. And then your fourth one is your cell types, number 2. And your fifth one is your cell types, number 3. Those 2 assignments, you need to identify the differences in which types of cells undergo mitosis and which cells undergo meiosis, just like this picture did. We are going to be doing a Google Meetup on Tuesday at 11:30 and then again on Thursday at 11:30. I ask you to please have these 2 documents printed out. The first document looks like this. It's called Cell Pictures. And it's a bunch of different pictures. If you look at the directions, it says cut out the cells. So by the time you get to the Google Meetup on Tuesday, I would like you to have all of these cells cut out. And if you'd like to put them in 2 envelopes, this one would be the animal cell envelope. The animal cells are the circles. And then the second one are the plant cells, and put them in a separate envelope or a paper or a little plastic bag, or put them together in with a paper clip. Just get them ready so that I don't need to, you can have them ready so that we can do the assignment together. So you're gonna have them cut out for Tuesday and Thursday. So have all these cut out in 2 separate bags for Tuesday and Thursday. The second thing I'm going to ask you to print out, it's called Stages Descriptions. And that looks like this. So it says cut out and glue the appropriate phase of mitosis next to the description. So we will have already done this cutout part. So you will need glue. And we'll do that together on Tuesday. And this will count as a lab. And then the second one, again, gluing it out. So this lab will probably take us for the entire Google Meet on Tuesday and the entire Google Meet on Thursday. So that is the plan for our Google Meetups. And that will be your final assignment for the week. So just to summarize, there is going to be a total of 6 assignments. The notes is 1. The Ed puzzle is 2. The Google form is 3. The cell types 2 is 4. The cell types 3 is 5. And the lab we are going to do together, and that will be your 6th assignment. So I'll see you guys on Tuesday. If you have any questions, gbon@msd.k12.ny.us.